How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, the first question: what is one thing you would like to change about yourself?
So I think one thing that I would choose to change about myself is maybe not getting too carried away with my emotions when like a challenging situation occurs in my life. So maybe um, being able to think more with my head and not so much with my heart when those situations do come along.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Second question: suppose you succeed in accomplishing this change. How would things be different for you? What would you be doing, thinking, or feeling as a result of this change?
So I think that I would be more confident in knowing that I don't have to rely on my emotions to know what to do next. I think just being more aware of what I'm feeling, being able to identify it more, okay, this is what I'm feeling, but I don't have to base my decisions on what I'm feeling. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Um, and what would be the payoffs or benefits for you if you made this change?
I think I would just have more clarity, and
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be so like when those situations or problems do occur. I would be able to just be calm, be relaxed, and just know that I don't have to go off of my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a very big, benefit in knowing that I can be less emotional and just knowing that it will pass. My emotions will pass, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. And what would be some of the risk to you or others if you made this change?
well, since right now the way that I react is just very caring and very just I get so like into the situation where I wanted to fix it and just help, and I think others might see it as me not being as caring or not caring as much about their situation only because I'm not reacting as they normally see me react,
Mm-hmm.
which is like I just want to help, and my emotions are just like, no, you just have to do something about it, and like just being so caring, which is, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I think when people start expecting you to react a certain way and they see that maybe you're not reacting that way, they might think, well, what's going on, or why is she not caring as much, or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's possible with you because you always sound so caring. Um, looking at where you are now and where you'd like to be, what are the steps along the way to get from here to there?
So I think just learning ways to better cope with those challenges that occur in life. And, I think we all have challenges in life. So just, yeah, just learning ways to cope with it better. Maybe knowing like steps that I need to take, or if there's ways that I can just calm down and, yeah, I think yeah, just learning a few ways. I think just being knowledgeable of
Mm-hmm.
that I could better deal with those emotions and
Yeah. Um, so, if you can identify um, some interferences or obstacles, either people, feeling, ideas, or situations that might interfere with some of those goals.
well, maybe as I'm learning or becoming more knowledgeable of what steps I need to take, maybe a challenging situation might occur, which I might not be, I guess, ready for,
Mm-hmm.
or as prepared as I think I should be in order to deal with those emotions. So maybe a situation occurring where I am still not as aware and knowledgeable of like steps that I need to take.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like people, my family and my friends might questions or start like trying to see what's wrong or if it's like, you know, if it's them or.
Yeah. It's funny how like everyone is always concerned about how other people will view them. It's like one of the major obstacles. Okay, so what would be some resources, either like skills or people or knowledge that you would need to use or acquire in order to attain your goal?
I think just coping skills.
Hmm.
Some skills that I feel would be very helpful.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I said, just knowing, learning ways where I could, those emotions, like a healthy way to, express those emotions. Um, Support groups. I think that's good, like, you always need those people encouraging you along the way,
Mhm.
telling you, like, this is okay, and just supporting you and knowing what your problem, and knowing what you're going through, and along the way, having them there supporting you.
Mhm.
I think that's a big one. And yeah, as far as like knowledge and resources, um, just knowing tactics to be able to, explore the problem and just tackle it as if, uh, you know, as it
Mhm.
comes
With
along.
your head,
Yeah.
with your head, then with your heart. How would you evaluate the progress towards this outcome?
I would also maybe keep a journal,
Mhm.
or yeah, I think like a journal would be a great thing to do. Just as the challenges happen, just explore how I reacted in that situation. I think just keeping a journal and going back and looking at it, whenever something else happens, and see, oh, okay, well, this is how I reacted in the situation, and
Mhm.
then comparing it to maybe another situation, be like, how could I have better reacted to this, or expressed myself, or what could I do differently, or what did I do good, or
Yeah.
I like that I reacted, and just learning from each experience, But I think if you have it written down, where you're able to remember, I think like that's the best thing to do. And that's,
Definitely. That's a good idea. Um, and assume you were sleeping and a miracle happened. The problem was no longer a problem for you at all. It was solved while you were sleeping. Only you don't know that because you were sleeping when it happened. How would you know that the problem had been solved?
I would just um, feel more calm, I guess, more like within myself. I would just not let anything really push my buttons. I guess I would just feel more like calm, cool, collected. Like just
Mm-hmm.
no matter what would happen, I would just not let it get to me. I think that's how I would know. I would just feel a sense of like, I guess, peace.
Yeah.
No matter if anything were to occur, I could just be like, it's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
maybe like just feeling calm within myself.
And what would be different?
Yeah. I would be different. I would be different, but also like the way that I feel like the way that the people that are closest to me, the way that they would interact with me, I think they would feel different also. So the way that we would communicate, I think that would be the biggest difference that I could see.
Mm-hmm. And what would significant people in your life notice that was different about you?
Um, Maybe seeing me, even though there's like situations going on or challenges, like they would see that I'm at peace and um, I'm still joyful, and
Mm-hmm.
I think they would see that. They would see me not getting like stressed out, and I think they would really notice that, um, just me being calm and being able to, um, yeah, just being calm, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Um, and then I guess, yeah, what would you be doing differently?
Um, I would be communicating differently. Uh, yeah. So just in the way that I interacted with everyone, um, I would just be communicating differently.
Mm. And then